Hello everybody, my name is Paulo Oliveira, and in today's lesson we are going to talk about triads, and we're going to learn how to play triads along the fretboard on all string sets. In order to understand this lesson, we want to make sure that you are familiar with the notes on the neck and that you're familiar with the caged system. If you're not familiar with the caged system, I have a video. I'm going to put the link right here. And then you can check it out first, understand the cage system, then you can jump into this video and start learning the triads. The triads are chords with three sounds, with three notes, and today we are going to only talk about closed triads, triads that are within an octave. Those triads, they are built by using the first, the third, and the fifth scale degrees of a scale, there are four types of triads: major, minor, augmented, and diminished. For our purpose now of finding them on the neck, we're only gonna work with the major triads right now, okay? And we are also going to organize those triads in two different ways. We are gonna organize them horizontally, this way, and they're also gonna organize them vertically. We'll go through all those triads step by step. Let's get started. Before we play the triads, it's important that we understand and remember all the cage shapes. So let's just play first in C major. So in C major we have C, 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 and C. Those are the five shapes: C shape, A shape, G shape, E shape, and D shape. Okay, we are gonna use those shapes to help us find those triads. We are gonna start with the first string set, strings 1, 2, and 3. Here you have strings 1, 2, and 3, and we are gonna work with those first. The C major triad has three notes: C, E, and G, and the first shape is gonna be based here on the C shape. So you're gonna have G, C, and E. The second one is gonna be based on the A shape. It's gonna be here, C, E, and G, and the third one is gonna be based on the E shape. These are the three inversions of C major triad. Just to clarify, we have root position, which is C, E, and G when the root's on the bottom. Then we have first inversion when the third's on the bottom. We have E, G, and C. And then we have the second inversion when G is in the bottom. So you have G, C, E. Those are the three inversions of C major triad. So you're gonna have three chords on each string set. So I'm gonna go through it again a little bit slower, showing you every single note and every single number of each triad. So here on the C chord we have G, C, E, which is 5, 1, 3. Then you have the next one, root position, which would be C, E, G. The next one, first inversion, E, G, C, which would be third, fifth, and root. And then you have a second inversion here again, G, C, E. So that's here's your set. And it's always nice to practice going down through. Now let's take a look at the second set based on strings 2, 3, and 4. And again, this triad is going to be based on the same chord shapes from cage system. So we're going to have, so your first triad here, E, G, C. Then you have your next one here, G, C, E. Then your next one here, C, E, G, And then if you want to repeat the octave here, you have E, G, C. So first inversion, E, G, C. Second inversion, G, C, E. And root position, C, E, G. So it's always nice to practice like that, so you get really comfortable and familiar with the triads. Same thing with the next set. So you have C, E, G, remember C major chord, C, E, G. Then here it's interesting because this chord here is not really gonna help you that much, because the triad, the way it works, you always put the highest note down an octave. So this G go down an octave here, right? So, and now this E is gonna go down an octave here. So you're gonna have this. So see this octave here? That's how you find your next note in the triad, which actually is gonna resemble a G shape, right? So this triad actually starts with an A shape and ends on with G shape. So here we have this chord, then you put that down an octave, you have this chord. So here, root position, first inversion. The next one is pretty straightforward, comes from this chord right here, E shape. So you have, then last but not least we have our last set here. So remember, the highest note goes down an octave. This G is going to go down an octave here, so you're gonna have this. Then here you're gonna have the next one based on the G shape. And our next one here, remember you had this chord, so this E goes down an octave, so then you have this. So you have second inversion, root position, first inversion. One thing to remember with these vertical triads is that you always get the highest note and put it down an octave, so you can get the next string set, and that's gonna work for all shapes, for the C shape, for the A shape, which is gonna be combined with the G shape, and then last here with the E shape, which at the very end you're gonna have to get a little bit out of the shape here and get the chord right here. So okay, so that's one way of practicing this. First, I advise you to go through the triads only vertically. So let's pick a different chord now, F. You're gonna have your F chord. That's here your first caged shape. Always use your cage to help you find your place. So you have here. Then here you have F with your C shape. Then you have your A shape. Once you're familiar with all the vertical shapes, then you can start working on them horizontally. So in the key of F would be, and if you forget, you can always use the caged chord. So you have the E shape, the C shape, and the A shape. Then you go to the next set, and so on. Once you're familiar with those triads, the major triads, you're ready to start manipulating them and making them minor, diminished, and augmented. In order to build a minor triad, you only need to lower the third. So it's really important that when you play those triads, you understand where all the numbers are. The numbers are actually, in a way, more important than the actual notes. So for example, in F major here, F is 1, C is 5, A is 3. So in order to make an F minor, you have to lower the third half step. When you lower the third, you get an F minor, F major, F minor. If you look at the chord here, you can see that happening: F minor, F major, F minor. That's our F minor chord. Next, F major. So this is 3, 1, 5. You want to lower your 3 to make it minor. Same thing here. 5, 3, 1. You lower your 3, you make it minor. So then you have your minor triads. And you can do that across the whole neck. Now, once you learn the minor triads, you can make them diminished. A diminished triad is a minor triad with a flat 5. So you're going to have root, flat 3, flat 5. So you have F major, we made it minor. Now we're going to make it diminished. So it's 1, 5, flat 3. So the 5 is going to become flat 5. So half step down. That's your F diminished. Here's your second F minor. Here we learned. So you have 3, 1, 5. I'm going to lower the 5. Have F diminished here. And same here. Here you have 5, flat 3, 1. You lower the 5. You have F diminished. And when you go vertical, it's pretty easy too. Once you know the first triad, you can just put that note down an octave to get the vertical triad. So F, you go down, the octaves right here. So you have this. Now that B, you go down, then you have this. And that A flat, you go down, you have this. And on the last part here, we're going to talk about the augmented triad. The augmented triad is a major triad with a sharp 5. So what we need to do, we need to locate the 5 and raise it half step. So F, your 5 is here, it's C. So you just raise the C to C sharp. So you have 1, sharp 5, and 3. Same thing here. You raise the 5, which is here. Then you're gonna get this shape. Here the same thing, C, A, and F. C is your 5, you sharp your 5, you have this triad. There is a very interesting thing about the augmented triads because they are all based in major thirds and they are symmetrical. So the shapes will repeat. So you have F augmented here, F augmented here, and F augmented here. This is first inversion because A is on the bottom. This is second inversion because C sharp is on the bottom. And this is root position because F is on the bottom. So the numbers are changing. 3, sharp 5, 1, sharp 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, sharp 5. It is very important for all guitarists to be very familiar with triads across the neck in all string sets, for comping and also for soloing. If you are playing a tune that has, for example, 2 chords, C and G, one of the things you might want to do just to practice, you can just get those 2 chords and try to find them in all positions. For example, C and G, right? You could play it right here. You could also play right here. Or right here. Or you could go to different string sets. Then you can expand that on the whole neck and try to play the songs you already play, but trying to apply those triads everywhere. The triads will also be very helpful when you are soloing, right? Because they are great melodic tools. So you have here I'm using D major here, this set, and then this one, and I'm also adding a 5th here. you can develop a lot of different ideas by using triads, both melodic ideas and harmonic ideas. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this content and if that helped you, please subscribe and hit the like button to help the channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.